Welcome, everyone, to the final game of the college basketball season. Tonight, we will crown the winner of this year's tournament. And no matter what the outcome here tonight, what a ride it has been. Hi, this is Kevin Harlan, joined by my partners, Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. We'll see the Wisconsin Badgers facing Villanova.
Kevin, this is the night where we are going to see some intense basketball. High energy, lay it all out on the line for college hoops. Everything these young players have worked towards their entire life comes down to this exact moment.
And you can bet, Clark, that each and every player here tonight feels the importance of this game like no other in their lives, really. A big key in coming through in a big game like this is how well you can compose yourself. How do you handle the pressure of the big stage? We'll find out soon enough which of these teams has the ability to harness all of that raw energy and focus on getting the job done.
And Wisconsin, looking at who they've got. They've got Decker. Hill is out there with Hawkins. Then it's Kaminsky, and it's Evans in at the power forward. Now here's Freak.
Move the ball.
Puts up the baby hook. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And with any championship game, you know that every player is going to have their heart racing for the first few minutes. That's just natural. That's adrenaline. They'll need to remain calm, though, and let the game come to them and kind of ease into it.
And one guy, guys, I'll keep an eye on in this one is Freak. He is the consummate leader for his team. He can come out strong and play his game while keeping his intensity level up. It'll be just what they need to claim the title.
Well, Wisconsin has had a bit of a renaissance in their program of late, Clark. Last decade and a half have seen them put up some great seasons.
And you know, Kevin, the Badgers weren't really a major powerhouse in hoops until the turn of the century. But now, they're one of the most consistent teams in the country.
On defense, Villanova. And here's Hawkins. From the arc. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And really, how about the quick release on that triple there, because he's given up a lot of height in that matchup.
Right on target you are, Greg. I mean, the quick release is what made the difference there. Any hesitation, and that shot is being blocked.
Now here's Beal. Some nice ball movement by Villanova. Edwards can't hit.
A bit of pride at stake, trying to get that last 3-ball back, but couldn't get it to fall. I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
Badgers shooting their first free throws of the game. Villanova trails by 4, and Wisconsin looking at who they've got. Hawkins is out there with Hill. Then it's Decker, and it's Wade in at the center, filling out the middle.
You know, one of the big questions on everybody's mind. This game is whether or not Freak will stay on for another year or go pro. I mean, usually a player with his upside would be a lock to be a one and done, but he's giving serious thought to staying.
And Freak is a guy who clearly values the scholastic aspect of collegiate sports, so it makes sense for him to think about staying beyond this season. Still, with Freak's draft stock rising, this could be his final game as a collegiate player. I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
Here's Edwards. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Badgers.
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
And also, it's been a positive to watch that they've attacked the paint offensively as well. It's really been about the balance that they've shown.
Kaminsky, he's checked in for Wisconsin. Hill kicks to Hawkins. Inside. Walker in the post. He's covered by Clarkson. Badgers shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. And the free throw, no good.
And the Villanova Wildcats have had a recent surge in their program over the past decade. Since about '05, they have been a consistent presence in the tournament and also have won a few conference titles.
Beal, the pass to McAdoo. Here's Edwards. Drains the 19-footer. Freak's got 8.
And what a journey it has been, really, for this whole team to make it to the college championship, especially for Freak. A few bumps in the road for him, but what a story.
Greg, you get the feeling that it's only the beginning. I mean, the way he plays and the accolades he has, I mean, you can see him having a long and productive career at the pro level.
On the Wildcats of Villanova have been getting back in the swing of things as a program over the last decade, Clark. And one of the better runs they're on right now is a school.
Yeah, they are a surefire bet to pretty much be in the tournament almost every year now. Really one of the big schools in recruiting on the East Coast.
Hawkins kicks to Hill. Down low, here's Kaminsky. Good, the assist goes to Hill. 8 points for Frank Kaminsky.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Now here's Freak. 10 points for him. Rebounded by Kaminsky.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Walker with it. Out defended by Freak. The second effort. And Kaminsky lays it up and in. Kaminsky's got 10 points.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
It's stolen by Kaminsky. Hawkins passes to Decker, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And Clark, they might as well keep doing it. I mean, attack the basket until the defense makes an adjustment.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin.
So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Wisconsin leads by 7, and we'll see. And the big game is just about ready to get going for our second half of play. What a championship atmosphere we've got here tonight. We are just one half of basketball away from seeing college basketball history being made.
And in a championship game like this one, guys, you would have expected a close battle. I don't think either side is going to be able to run away and hide in this one.
And Greg, tight games like this are where legends are born. I mean, if a player like Freak can come up huge in this final half of play, he'll anchor himself in school history as one of the greats to ever play the game.
Edwards in at center. Miller is out there with Bryant, and it's Beal in at the 1 spot. And for the Badgers, we've got Hawkins. He's out there with Hill. Kaminsky out there with Decker. And it's Evans in at the 4 spot.
And as we see Freak and his team go for the title here, he is trying to repeat what he did just a year ago. He was able to lead his high school to the PSAL championship.
Well, Greg, he was a 4-time All-American selection in high school and a unanimous one at that. He's won state titles before, but this is a different animal than high school.
And not many people know this, but the Badgers do have one college title in their trophy case. Won the tournament back in 19...
Now Hawkins. There's the screen. Decker with it. Pass to Hawkins. Kaminsky dishes to Gibson. And here's Hawkins. Back to Gibson. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And Villanova gets called for the foul. And for that 1941 title you mentioned, Greg, for the Badgers, it was actually their first invitation to the college tournament, Clark.
How about that for a first impression?
Yeah, not bad.
Not too bad at all. Prior to their recent run of success, that was their lone bright spot as a program.
Hill, he's checked in for Dawkins. Edwards, he's in at center. Bryant is out there with Miller. And it's Ilgauskas in at the power forward position.
This game's still very much up in the air. I mean, this is where you start to separate the men from the boys and where heroes are born.
And one team looking to ice the win, the other hoping to force OT. I think right now you lean on your stars and get the ball to freak every chance you get to try and come away here with the title.
Here's Edwards. And not a good shot for him. They can get better looks than that.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
It's offline from half court.
Yeah, real nice shot selection there. I guess he's working on his buzzer beater form.
That's a reach, but perhaps that is the case. Or maybe he was trying to knock a bird off of the scoreboard.
Is about right. Because I still can't figure that one out.
No, and I see no birds up there.
No.
Hill kicks to Kaminsky. To the middle. Another shot. Can't hit. Villanova goes the other way with it. Beal the pass to Edwards. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Freaks got it back down to single digits for Villanova. Here's the Badgers with the ball. Outside Hill. There's a screen. Gibson up top, covered by Ilgauskas. And Gibson kicks to Hawkins. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line. Hawkins has got the lead up to 10 now for the Badgers.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Badgers.
Two great rebounding teams, Clark.
Yeah, and these guys just worked a little bit harder tonight. That was the edge that was needed.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Kaminsky. You can't look back at too many major moments in this game and not see his imprint put all over it.
Decker dishes to Hill. So it's Wisconsin picking up the win. Such a special moment for these kids. All the hard work they put in, all the pressure break they've been under all tournament long. This is pure elation. Being able to call themselves now champions.
Hello?
Hey, Ma, it's me.
Hey, Frequency.
I got you on.
Good evening and welcome to the NBA Draft. With the 7th pick in the NBA Draft, the Denver Nuggets select Emmanuel Mudiay from Dallas, Texas. With the 8th pick in the NBA Draft, the Detroit Pistons select Stanley Johnson from the University of Arizona. With the 9th pick in the NBA Draft, the Charlotte Hornets select Frank Kaminsky from the University of Wisconsin. With the 10th pick in the NBA Draft, the Miami Heat select Justice Winslow from Duke University. With the 11th pick in the NBA Draft, the Indiana Pacers select Miles Turner from the University of Texas. With the 12th pick in the NBA Draft, the Utah Jazz select Trey Lyles. With the 13th pick in in the NBA Draft, the Phoenix Suns select the 19-year-old center from Villanova University.
We met working at the post office together.
Let's do this, young man.